Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi everyone, how are you today? I hope you are all in good health and happy, of course. So let me introduce myself. My name is Indah Nirmalasari. I am from PBI 2A, English Department of Kuningan University. Here I will present the journal that I have chosen, and I choose the journal about speaking skills to fulfill listening and speaking course, and the lecturer is Mrs. Endang Darcy. I apologize in advance if there is a little noise because there are a lot of vehicle sounds here. So let's move to the journal. Okay, the first is journal identity, and the title is The Assessment of Speaking Skills at the Tertiary Level, and publisher is Canadian Centre of Skills and Education, volume 7, number 4, 2017. Publication at July 15, 2017. And the second is author identity, and the author is Asma Queens, and from PhD in Applied Linguistics and a member of the Laboratory on Approaches to Discourse and the Doctoral School in Letters, Arts and Humanities, Faculty of Letters and Humanities of Staks, Tunisia. And then next, title of journal. Of course, the assessment of speaking skills at the tertiary level. And then the next is rationale. The prime aim of this study is to explore the prevailing conceptions and actual practice of the assessment to EFL learners' speaking skills at the tertiary level. And then next is research objectives. The recent research paper seeks to unveil different aspects related to the assessment of speaking skills. It tries to display the interconnection between performance assessment and speaking skill development. And then the next is literature review. And we have 4 points to literature review, and the first is the importance of speaking skills. With the advent of communicative language teaching, research on the development of the learner's level of speaking proficiency has gained ground among current educational practitioners and linguists. Nakamura, 1993. In an attempt to define the concept of speaking, Richard 2006 argues for the natural language use which occurs when a speaker engages in meaningful interactions and maintains comprehensible and ongoing communications despite limitation in his or her communicative competence. Page 14. And then the second is the crucial role of performance assessment. Within the realm of CLT, oral performance assessment arises spontaneously from the naturally occurring classroom environment and leads the teacher to a judgment about an individual student's level of development. Stinges and Bridgeford, 1985, page 273. In performance-based assessment, The classroom activities encourage learners to refine their fluent speech delivery as they focus on the spontaneous and meaningful use of language, promote communication, emphasize the resort to communication strategies, manage unpredictable language output, and be relevant to the context of language use. Richard 206, page 13 to 14. The choice of speaking activities intersects with the rating scales in order to define the kind of oral language skills or abilities that the task have to allocate. Loma 204. And the third is the use of rubric as assessment tools. In performance-based assessment, the assessment of the learner's speaking abilities can be measured through the use of rubrics. According to Arthur and MC Teich 201, rubrics measure learners' performance in a way that goes beyond the information gathered by the traditional standardized testing. They help maintain consistency in the assessment process. And last one is the study of temporal variables. The assessment of the learner's oral performance can be carried out by measuring the learner's speaking fluency through the examination of a number of temporal variables that define the learner's speaking fluency. And then we have methods, and in methods we have 4 points. The first is this journal uses qualitative research with the aim of describing instructor current perception of assessment and exploring the perceived impact of their assessment methodology on student speaking skill. And then the second is research participant. The contacted participants for this research were enrolled at the Higher Institute of Language in Gapes and at the Faculty of Letters and Humanities in Sfax, Tunisia. And the third is data collection. We have 2 data. The first is data collection instrument. The present study relied in the use of questionnaires as the main research instrument. It includes 10 questions and that were classified into 2 major parts. And then the second is data collection procedure. Prior to the administration of the questionnaire survey, the research got a list of the teacher's name and the subject they taught from the administrative staff, so that the could get in touch directly with the instructor of oral skills. And the last one is analysis data. The analysis showed that statistical results help in the interpretation and discussion of the obtained information. And then we have findings. The first is table 1 about information about the informant's gender. We have 2 gender. They are female and male. For female, informant's number is 12 and informant's percentage is 60%. And for male, informant's number is 8 and informant's percentage is 40%. And then table 2, information about the informant's age group. We have 3 groups, and the first is less than 30. Informant's number is 3 and informant's percentage is 15%. And the second is between 31 and 40. And informant's number is 11 and informant's percentage is 55%. And last is more than 40 and informant's number is 6, informant's percentage is 30%. And we have table 3, information about the informant's teaching experience of oral skills. The first is less than 5 years. Informant's number is 7 and informant's percentage is 35%. And then more than 5 years, informant's number is 13 and informant's percentage is 65%. And table 4, informant's major reasons for conducting speaking assessment. We have 4, and the first is improve students' learning. Informant's number is 8 and informant's percentage is 40%. And the second is assessment grades. Informant's number is 3 and informant's percentage is 15%. And the third is enhance the student's future oral performance. Informant's number is 9 and informant's percentage is 45%. And then the last is test the efficiency of the instructor's teaching pedagogies. Informant's number is 0 and informant's percentage is 0%. And then the last is conclusion. To conclude, the assessment of speaking has received much consideration at the tertiary level. Its implementation serves in improving the students' learning process and in boosting their speaking potential. In addition to their research to analytic rubrics, the teachers relied on a number of interactive, authentic, communicative activities that guaranteed an ongoing sustainment of the learner's speaking proficiency. The creation of meaningful opportunities for oral language evaluation to be held during the English session encourages both teachers and learners alike to assume active roles in the assessment process. Despite the existence of some problems related to affective or psychological knowledge, performance, and technical reasons, teachers strive to implement both types of classroom assessment, which revolve around the use of formative and summative use of speaking assessment. Okay, maybe that's all I can say. Sorry if there are still many shortcomings. Hopefully the information I convey can be useful for all of us. And thank you for your attention. Thank you for watching my video. See you in the next video and the next opportunity. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.